so they don't dry out. Okay everybody, so I have the dough rested. I floured it on both sides. Okay, and now I have my griddle heating up. It's on a medium heat. And we're going to start rolling this. And just take your time. If you're having trouble like picking it up, then the dough might be a little soft. You can always kind of rework it with a little bit more flour. And, you know, try to get it round. If you can't get it completely round, then that's okay. You can kind of flip it and turn it. And you want this thin, about 1/16 of an inch. Okay? And then we're going to let those rest before we cook them. So I'm going to roll out the rest, and then I'll show you how we cook them. Okay, so flour, I'm just working from the inside out. Okay, so I'm going to roll these out and I'll be back. Okay, so I got one more. And again, try to get them about 1/16 of an inch. Once you get that right texture of the dough, you should be able to just turn it without really flipping. You can always kind of grab a tiny bit more flour. Okay. All right, now we're going to cook them. Okay, so I got all my tortillas here. Okay, very thin. And you want a nice hot griddle. So I got medium heat. It's been heating up. You should start to see bubbles right away. And we're going to flip it. And again, you should start to see some bubbles right away. See that? Now, if it gets too dark too quick, you can always lower the heat a little bit. And I'm just trying to press on some of those air pockets so that it can kind of puff a little bit. All right. So the griddle right now, the griddle is a tiny bit hot. I'm going to let it cool off just a little bit. Okay. Okay. So I let that cool down just a little bit. It was getting a little hot. It was cooking a little too fast. So we let it cool down. And as long as you have enough flour, they're not going to stick. Okay, you don't want too much flour because then the flour burns on the griddle. Okay, you just lay that right on there. You're going to start to see some bubbles form. And usually takes about 15-20 seconds. Once you start to see a lot of bubbles form, we're going to flip that. Okay, and I'm starting to just press on some of those big bubbles. And we're going to flip it again to try to get it to puff in all areas. Sometimes you can get the whole thing to puff, And if it doesn't, that's okay. By pressing on the bubbles, it helps to kind of spread out the dough. Okay, that's good. So that still looks nice. Nice and light, very flexible. Okay, so we'll do another one. And again, 20 seconds. If it's going too fast, then the griddle is too hot. It always takes a 1 or 2 to get that temperature just right. Okay, you can see how those bubbles start to form again. Okay, browning nice and even, kind of turn it. Okay. All right, good color, very flexible, okay? Make a great quesadilla. Tacos, wrap. And this is, you know, if you don't have masa, this is an alternative. Or you don't really need a tortilla press for the masa. You can do it with a rolling pin between plastic, but it's easier. Okay, so now this is cooled down a little bit, which is good. All right, you don't want it to brown immediately, but you will get color after 2 or 3 flips. See how it's starting to puff up a little bit? There we go. Okay, it's coming out nice. Okay, see how that's puffing a little bit more. That's good. Good color. Nice. Now I'm going to cook these with the camera going, so you can either turn it off, keep watching. Kind of turn it, and you can use a saute pan. Or a regular cast iron skillet. Even a non-stick pan would work. Okay, when you press on that, it helps to open it up a little bit. Makes it a little bit lighter. Okay? And last one. Sometimes you can also use a towel and just press on it if you don't want to use your hands. See how that helps to expand that. See that? And then it makes it a little bit lighter. Okay? Really nice light air pockets. All right, everybody. Well, my flour tortillas are done. Got about a dozen. Okay. Have a good night.